Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bisola and this is the Relatable with Bisola. This is where we do like actionable tips and strategies to issues and challenges that we face as a people. If this is your first time here, I want to say thank you for stopping by, and to my returning subscriber, I do not take your support for granted. Alright, and if you haven't even subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe and then turn on the notification bell so that as soon as I post a video, you'll be the first to know. Alright, jumping straight to today's topic is courtship and setting boundaries. Alright, most people feel that the moment they're in a relationship, they should begin to play the husband's responsibility or the wife's role. This does not guarantee that the courtship or relationship is going to leave that status and then jump up to the next status, which is marriage. Today I have 3 strategies for you to help you understand the importance of setting boundaries. At number 1 is never shortchange yourself. Most young couples feel that the moment they're in a relationship, they should begin to play the wife's responsibility or the husband's role. All of these responsibilities that you play does not guarantee a successful relationship moving from relationship to marriage. It does not. Okay, for example, you have some people begin to take the role of the wife's role of running errands, doing groceries, sleeping over, alright, and even having premarital sex. All of this does not equate commitment. And to be frank with you, this is way too much for a courtship or a relationship. Okay, yes, it is way too much. Even wives and housewives, okay, do get helps or housemates to help them carry out these chores. Alright, the only form of commitment that is recognized is that which is done in a religious home, or that which is done in a legal system, or even done traditionally. What if the relationship ends up breaking up? What if it eventually doesn't lead to marriage after you've given your all to it? Then you begin to feel used. You begin to have this resentment towards the next guy who wasn't even there when the whole relationship packed up, or when you were having that particular relationship. Okay, and if care is not taken, then it leads to what? Depression. So please, I want to state it here that there can be no substitute for what? For setting boundaries. It helps make you what? Sane. Okay, it helps even makes you earn that respect even after the relationship is all over. Alright, number 2 is be independent. Yes, you heard me. Setting boundaries comes with a lot of responsibility. But trust me, hey, it's worth it. Okay, it gives you that power to be able to stand your ground. Okay, let's paint a scenario of 2 ladies. Lady A is actually working and then fending for herself despite being in a courtship with her man. And Lady B is also in a courtship, but this time around, it's not like she isn't working. She's working and catering for herself and other things. But while in the courtship, she's already making demands for call credits, data, monthly allowance, etc. All of this will not give her the power to stand her ground. Okay, the moment she says I'm not sleeping over, the man will be like, who do you think is stupid to be sending you data or money for data, or even sending you call credits and monthly allowance, yet you can't sleep over? Okay, she won't be able to stand her ground. After all, my people say there's no free lunch in Freetown, right? Okay, and it's also said in Yoruba that eni to ba ti je dodo kò lè so dodo. Get a Yoruba woman to translate that for you. And moving on to the last but not the least is stand by your principles. The truth is, while growing up, we all had these values and principles that it was imbibed in us either by our society or by our parents. Some of these values is clearly stated that you are not allowed to have boyfriend if you peradventure you try it and you get all of these principles have been imbibed in you. So what makes you think if it was right then as a young girl, automatically it should also be right now that you're an adult, right? Okay, so if for example you're getting into a relationship with all of these your values and morals that you have imbibed way long ago, you should be able to state it categorically that I am not going to be doing sleepovers, I'm not going to do premarital sex, not because I'm being religious, but because morally it is what? Wrong. It's all shades of wrong. Okay, stand your ground and let it be clear. Who whoever wants to come into relationship with you or want to have a courtship with you should also be on this same level, such that the person understands that if these are principles, it should also be my principles. Do you get it? It's going to be clear to the both of you because you're working towards the same goal. All right. So now if someone tells you tomorrow that come and sleep over, you can categorically remind him that from the beginning, I made my rules clear. And one of it is I don't do sleepovers. Second, I don't do chores for guys. And thirdly, I don't even have time for weekend cookings because you make it clear. Once all of this is clear, be rest assured that even if the relationship packs up tomorrow or it breaks up, my girl, my boy, you'll be able to stand up with your chin high and your head straight because you know you didn't give it in. You didn't give yourself to be used, okay? But rather, you were committed and at some point it didn't work out. You just realize it's one of those things. And then you move on. You move to the next relationship with your head clear and you're thinking straight. What could I have done wrong there and what led to that relationship packing up? And you do it better in this other one and hopefully you put it in prayer and then it works out. Okay? So do not get yourself. I hope with this 3 strategies put forward, you've been able to see the power of setting boundaries while in courtship or in relationship. I want to believe you have enjoyed this video. Why not encourage me by giving it a thumbs up and also sharing with your friends and family. At this point, I want to say a big thank you for being with me all through this video and watching it to the end. And if you haven't subscribed, guys, what are you people waiting for? Please subscribe to join the family. Thank you and see you next week.